I love helping people. And because of my life experiences, I'm very, very passionate about what I do. Just like she said a little bit, I have a daughter who is an addict, a recovering addict. At age 6, she was diagnosed with anxiety. And age 15, she came to me and said, "Mom, I'm tired of being a doctor's science project." And it was very short after that that she was introduced to alcohol, which led to marijuana, which led her to meth. So through an 8-year hell, I was looking for answers. On top of that, I have been on struggled with weight since I was 18. And I like to call myself a recovering sugar and Diet Coke addict. If anybody can relate. On top of that, I have family who struggle with anxiety, depression. And I thought, there's got to be answers. I was looking for answers. And it's these answers that I want to share with you why I'm so passionate. Because what I've seen by these tools is what is changing people's life. I've seen miracles, miracle after miracle of people who have seen different results by what I've learned, and now is my mission to share. You guys okay with me sharing with you? Okay, so like she said, I am the amino acid lady. I am also a certified hypnotherapist. What it is, it's like a three-legged stool. And what I want, it's feeding your brain to change your life. The first step is feeding your brain with amino acid. The second step is feeding your brain with nutrition. The third step is feeding your thoughts, positive thoughts, with hypnotherapy. By doing all three, it brings optimal results. The first step is amino acids, and these are actually, I have my own amino acid line. And amino acids are just the building blocks of protein. You either get them from food, you get them, your body creates them, or you get them from a supplement. They're nothing spectacular, but they do amazing things because there are 6 specific ones that actually go into your brain and help to balance and calibrate. There we go, that works, calibrate your neurotransmitters. You have 4 neurotransmitters, dopamine, serotonin, GABA, and endorphins. They're called the happy, calm, feel-good energy chemicals. When they get depleted, anxiety, depression, lack of energy, addiction, cravings can become real. And so now you can see, listening to my story, why I became so passionate, because I started putting my daughter on them, I put myself on them, I put my clients on them, and the results have been phenomenal. They're really simple. The whole idea is, the cool thing about amino acids is, first of all, they're inexpensive. Second of all, if your body needs them, you're going to feel the difference in 20 minutes or less. And the third thing is, you don't have to stop what you're doing to add them. By adding them, what happens is it helps to start, like I said, to rebalance them. So if it's addiction or cravings or anything that you're struggling with, those start to come down. Now, if you're working with a doctor with some meds, there might have to be some adjustments with some of the amino acids so that there's not a contraindication with some of the meds. But you can take them together. So that's the really cool part. And it helps with cravings. I haven't had a Diet Coke since September, and I haven't really missed it. So that is one thing. Okay, I always like sugar, guys. I'll admit it. Sugar is, I think I have like a sugar gene, but I don't crave the sugar, and that's the difference. I just like it. So like, a little handful of good and plenties rather than the whole box. That's what works better. So you take those amino acids, and I have 6 of them. One is positive sleep, one is positive mood, one is craving be gone, the other is, I have to remember because when I think about it, chill, and one is happy, and other one is energy. And each one of our specific for each of those neurotransmitters. On the back of your paper, it kind of goes into a little bit more detail so you understand which ones they work and why. But each one of them have their own place. Now, you take your amino acids and you bring in nutrition. There's such a connection between how powerful what you eat and what your brain needs, not just for your body, but for your mental health. Did you guys know that omega-3 is a natural antidepressant? If you're struggling, you can actually take a real high dose of omega-3s. If you take up to 4,000 IUs for 4 days, and then for the rest of the month, take 3,000, and then after that, take 1,000, you're going to feel a huge difference. It's a natural antidepressant. So there are some vitamins that are really necessary because they help the amino acids to absorb, which would be magnesium, B6, vitamin C, and then you need the omegas. So I always recommend people take a multivitamin plus a little bit extra because you want to feed that whole overall body. Now your brain is 65% fat. It needs to be fed right. If it's not fed right, then what happens is it literally shuts down your prefrontal cortex, which is in charge of your cognitive thought processes. You become irritable and irrational. When somebody becomes irrational, all of your really good decision making goes out the window. So for an addict, what happens at that time is all of their tools to stay clean are gone, and it's easy for them to relapse. When your body is in that irrational state, it wants what it wants the fastest. Meaning, if it's sugar or alcohol or caffeine, it can also be pornography, it can be shopping, social media. When your brain is missing something, it wants what it wants the fastest. So it's really, really important to feed your body. And you feed your body with protein, with veggies, and with good fats, and lots of water. Now the cool thing is when I put somebody on the amino acids and start them eating right, I don't have to tell you to get off sugar because I already know that your cravings for sugar are going to go down, or your cravings for alcohol, or whatever it is that you're struggling with are going to go down just because you're getting your brain fed. Because one of the amino acids is called glutamine, and it actually feeds your brain. So instead of your brain saying, I need the sugar, if you're feeding it's a brain cell food, if you're bringing the amino acid, it doesn't need the sugar. So it's phenomenal how this works. The last part is hypnotherapy. Now, a lot of people think, oh my gosh, you're going to read my mind or you're going to control my mind. You know, if I could control anybody's mind, I controlled my daughters when they were growing up, right? Everybody goes through a hypnotic state as they're going to sleep each night. You go down to that really nice blissful part where you're like, oh my gosh, this is wonderful. That's where hypnosis happens. So it's not crazy, it's not weird. You know, everybody say, well, I don't want to bring up anything, okay? Well, if you've got stories in your life that you don't want to deal with, just because you don't acknowledge them, doesn't mean they're not there. So the best thing is to work through them, to heal them, rather than saying, oh, I don't want to, oh, that scares me, okay? And hypnosis isn't scary, you can get through it without being re-traumatized, okay? The other part about hypnosis is what you say to yourself is more powerful than what anybody else says to you, okay? And how many of you have that talk like this? Your mind just keeps spinning. You got that negative self-talk, right? And if you listen to what you're saying to yourself or what you're accepting as truth, and then you wonder why you feel so bad, a lot of the things we say to ourselves, we would recognize if somebody else said it, we think, gosh, that's not very nice. Or why is that so, why would you say that? That's really mean, right? And then we wonder why we feel so bad. It's because we're feeding ourselves with all this negativity. Now, I wanted to do a little exercise really quickly to show you how powerful it is. I want you to think the word, there's 3 phrases that are so powerful, and they're called thinking, and when you use them, it causes blocks. Because what happens is your subconscious believes everything is true, but it doesn't mean it always is, right? Just like a child accepts things as truth, right? But it isn't always. And that's the same thing with our subconscious, is we may be living with a false story, and we're thinking, why can't I get through that? It's because there's a false story out there that your subconscious wants to either protect you or keep you safe. And until you can get that subconscious to say, okay, I don't need that story anymore, that block's going to be there. There's 3 phrases. The first one is, if you say the word try, and try. Okay? What happens when you say the word try, and try? What it does is it sets you up for failure in advance. Okay? So if you think to yourself, when you say those words, or when you listen and say, that's setting myself up for failure in advance. What does that mean? If you set a goal and you go, well, I'm going to try to make it work, what's your chances of getting it to work? Very low. If then you don't reach the goal and you go, well, I tried to do it, you've already given yourself a way out, right? If I said to you, I'm going to clean my basement this weekend, unless you're out, Ashley, who's not here, how many you would be really excited to come clean my basement, right? If you said, well, I'll try to be there, what's the chances of you really showing up? Very low, right? Because that's what it does. So when your subconscious hears the word try, it's already finding a reason why not to make it work. The next one is can't versus I won't. Okay? When we say the words can't, that makes you a victim. When you say the word won't, it puts you in charge. Now, if you said can't to me or won't to me, it doesn't matter. It's the same thing, right? So if I said I'm having a birthday party this weekend, you say I can't be there. Okay, great, thank you. It's my husband's birthday, or I won't be there because it's my husband's birthday. Am I hearing anything different? I could be, but what I'm hearing is you're not coming because it's your husband's birthday, right? But what it does to you is it takes away your power. Could you come to my birthday and miss your husband's birthday? Shake your head, yes, or your wife's or your kids. Now, would you? Probably not, but you could. So the difference is by taking and changing the word can't, which puts you as a victim, to won't means I am in charge. I get to choose. The last one of those phrases is I don't know. Now, have you ever been to a grocery store somewhere and you ask the clerk, hey, can you tell me where something is? And they go, I don't know. And what do you think? Walmart. This is your job. Why don't you know, right? Okay? What it does when you say the word I don't know is it literally puts a block on your subconscious. And your subconscious says, I'm going to make your wishes come true. You don't want to know. There's a block. I'm not going to give you the answer. Now, if you change it to say, I don't know yet, how does that feel different? It opens you up to possibilities. And what it does is it gives your subconscious a job to say, okay, I might not know the answer today or tomorrow or 10 years from now, but I'm going to go out and start searching for an answer. And it opens you up to possibilities. By being aware of those three statements can make a huge difference because, like I said, what you say to yourself is more powerful than what you say to anybody else. Now, by taking these three things, it's phenomenal. It's been phenomenal, and it blows my mind, and I'm so excited. The amino acids are created here in Utah. They're amazing. Who I'm looking for? I am looking for people who want to commit to making a change, who want to be accountable, because if you do what I teach you in the program, it will work. And if it doesn't, I'll guarantee it. I'm just going to finish really fast, guys. Life, you don't know what life's going to bring to you, correct? You can say to yourself, well, it might not be the right timing. I've got too much stress. I've got too much this. I've got too much that, right? Okay, in 1 week time, my husband had back surgery. My daughter's going through a divorce. My dog got pancreatitis, and my house was a disaster. On top of that, one of my friends' dad died, and my neighbor, I watched him jump into a pool and break his neck. What I'm saying is, you don't know what life's going to bring, right? So make the most of it. If you're ready to make a change, then hold me on the back of your paper, really right here. There is this thing right here, this little cute little QR that I'm learning how to do. Click on it. It'll have my scheduling. Click on it, or you can take a test, a quiz, to see if amino acids are for you. And if you can call me, Shelley Jo Wallstrom, Shelley Jo the amino acid lady.